trolls throwing shots on the gram. I smile, hater, drive another Benz off of the lot. No miles, hater. Went from going out doing stick-ups with known robbers to handcuff the front of the judge on more charges. Coming from a place where these kids had no father, so you know I ain't got nothing in common with no blogger.
Good afternoon, family. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and do you know what today is? Do you know what today is?
It's our anniversary.
It's our anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you a little story real fast before we get into everything we want to talk about. Today is a very special day. Today is one of those days that if you were alive in 1986, you understand what I'm saying happened this very week. But today of all days, and I was there. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, 1986, August the 8th, you know what today is. Today, 40 years ago, my favorite movie that changed my life, that changed the way I play with toys, that changed my mood of thinking, for the most part, toy-wise and growing up-wise, happened today. Today was the day that I saw the greatest movie ever created in the existence of mankind. Today was the day that God said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and drop this movie for all the kids that love Optimus Prime and they love Megatron and everyone else and everything else. Today is that day. Today, 1986. I'm 10 years old. My parents dropped me off at the movie theater. They said, here's a $50 bill. Get all the popcorn and the soda that you want. We'll be right next door to Acme during our shopping. Those of you who grew up in Easton, you know what I'm saying. The movies, Athlete, Acme. I went in there with my head hung high, happy. I knew my favorite toys was about to be on TV. Now, if you weren't alive back in 86, you don't understand that the toys for the movie, for the most part, were out already. It wasn't like it is right now. There was no waiting and 3 months to studio series to make a wheelie and then make another wheelie that was movie accurate and then make another wheelie that was screen accurate and then another wheelie that was... No. In 86, when the movie hit, for the most part, you could get Cyclonus, you could get Scourge, you could get Wheelie, you could get Ultra Magnus, you could get the Sweeps, you could get Galvatron, you could get Hot Rod, but before the movie. Oh, the good old days. I wish y'all could have been there, but you weren't. Some of you were, some of you weren't. Of course, we all know the Transformers movie is being re-released. The 86 movie, the greatest movie of all time ever created in the history of all movies. We get that. Go online now to secure your ticket if you live in a place where people go to the movies all the time. I ain't really worried about it. I mean, we got ours. We straight. All 55 of us is going deep. You know what I mean? Like, we got it's a lot of us. So the whole family going for this. Yes. This is serious. But again, if you are new to the channel, hello. My name is the 14th Prime. Thank you so much for being here. Like, love, share, and subscribe. And do all that wonderful stuff that everyone else does for every other channel. And you know what I mean? Let's get this popping a little bit more. But let's talk about our favorite movie. That was the day. Today was the day that I got to see this transform on screen. Do you know how serious that was? Now, in the ads and in the trailers back then in the 80s that you had to catch on TV with a blurry signal, you got to see him, like, you got to see the fists open. You knew Unicron was going to transform, but that was the thing of the movie. To be this age and to be able to turn and touch the toy that changed everything, to open the mall, to be able to play with the mall from the movie that did this. This is the movie that brought y'all here. This is the movie that brought us together. This is the movie that did everything to get us to where we are now. Shout out to you, Super Robot Ed. Shout out to you, Just Incredible. Shout out to you, Chris Jam, Black Star Screen, Yeah Bro Entertainment. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Shout out to all DHD reviews. Shout out to every Transformers channel out there. This movie, well, the show, obviously, but this movie was the movie that changed everything. So let's get back to it. So they drop me off, hand me a 50. I go in, I get my ticket, and back then, my ticket was $2. I get my popcorn, that was $3. I got a soda, that was 79 cents, something crazy. I got to keep the change. Yes, I did. And I bought more Transformers with it. But I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, the new Transformers movie is coming out this September for a limited run. It's you can get your pre-order your tickets right now at every major movie theater or whatever. But they went ahead and added, from what I'm seeing online, don't quote me. I think the original runtime for the movie is 84 minutes, 38 seconds, and 36 milliseconds. This is supposed to be 20 minutes longer. 20 minutes longer. Now, they didn't add anything to the movie. They didn't put any extra scenes in it from what I've heard on the internet. But what I have also heard is that when the movie's over and the post-credit scenes start, that's when we're going to get this new content. Now, we saw the trailer and they had Optimus floating and his fingers were moving and so forth and so on. What are they going to do? Maybe they're going to resurrect Optimus from the movie, like retcon some stuff in the post-credit scene. I mean, we've seen it done. We've seen it done with Marvel. Let me tell you, we watched He-Man last night. Had they taken out all of the Earth parts, the movie would have been magnificent, I think. It was kind of funny, but it wasn't cringy funny. It was like the kind of humor that you get, but it wasn't, well, there were parts where it was too much. But still, you can make it through it. You know what I mean? Anyway, the point is, because I grew up during Masters of the Universe and grew up with He-Man and She-Ra and Jem and obviously Transformers and G.I. Joe and Care Bears and Strawberry Shortcake and all that kind of stuff, and Punky Brewster and Nell and 227 and the Jeffersons and Archie Bunker, Give Me a Break, Saturday Night Live. Okay, but the point is, you get it. There's going to be extra scenes at the end of the movie. I don't know if they're going to, I can't wait to see what it is. Now, I was talking to Yeah Bro Entertainment earlier, and he was saying that, hey, look, if you go to Fandango or whichever certain one, you get this poster. And he was like, what do you think? Do you think, would you pay for the ticket and the poster? And I'm looking at the price of the poster, and I'm like, Now, and no, disclaimer, I am not a scalper. I don't sell anything. If you get something from me that came from in here or wherever, is sent from me fresh off the shelf in a box. I don't even dust it off. I just send it to you because it's authentic. But, yeah, I don't sell none of my toys. I'm going on eBay and buy stuff, sell nothing. Starscream's still right there. Oh, and yes, you are going to get the short. But with that being said, I was like, if you paid, the ticket price and then get the poster, yeah, that's great. But is it a signed poster? No. And yeah, to be something of nostalgia to have, yeah, I'd pay $20 for a poster. Or I'd screenshot it, send it to CVS, you know what I mean? Or Walgreens and have them print it out poster size for like $5, $10, however much that is. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole poster thing, but our tickets are secured at a relaxing place in Atlanta where they have like a food service and the seats recline. So I don't think I'm gonna be offered a poster, but maybe, I don't know. But would I get it? Probably. Why not? Probably. At the same time, I'm paying for 35 movie tickets and probably 20 buckets of popcorn, 20 sodas. You know what I mean? So because we got kids, grandkids, aunts, uncles, in-laws, you know what I mean? Everybody going. I told everybody, if you show up, I'm paying for you. That's what I told my family. One big group text like Thanksgiving. Everybody, if you show up, you're welcome. Come on in. I got you. I mean that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know, do y'all plan on seeing the new movie? Well, the reformatted 4K special edition Transformers 86, the movie. But yeah, let me get to the story and I'll finish this all up. I'm excited about this because it was the first movie I ever saw by myself in the theaters. The first movie I felt like a grown man. I ordered my own popcorn. I got my own soda. I got my ticket. When the movie was over with, my grandparents were done grocery shopping. Everything worked out perfect. And I had like, I don't know, 30, 40, I had like $38 left in my pocket that they didn't ask for because they didn't care. And this is 1986. So today is a very special day. Very special day. And like, I wasn't going to make a video today because we've been gone and I wanted to get home and just relax and play Final Fantasy. Like, we remodeled like the living room, some other stuff, whatever, put lights up and made things all special. If you saw yesterday's video, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to go see the first movie I ever saw in the theaters by myself. Let me know about you. Do you plan on taking your kids? Somebody in the comments was like, man, look, my wife and kids are staying home that day. That's a me day. Bruh, I ate. No disrespect to you. I get it. I get it. If I need alone time, I just come in here. My son will come to the door and he'll stop and be like, yeah, that's my dad's stuff. I ain't even. And then my grown son will stop by and check on me. And he 24. He'll stop at the door and be like, hey, daddy, love you. Don't forget I got a baby coming November. And shout out to her. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's your buddy, the 14th Prime. That will be my 4th grandchild. Shout out to my children. Shout out to my wonderful, beautiful wife who supports all of this and loves me to death and took me toy shopping today. Also, we had to go look for a lawnmower, washer, a dryer. Nothing's wrong with the ones that we have. They just old. We ready to upgrade. You know what I mean? We had went away a couple weeks ago, and when the washer and dryer that was in the hotel, like you could talk to it. Like you ain't even have obviously you put your clothes in it, but then you can walk away and go on the phone and be like, all right, wash in 15 minutes and play music when it's done. And that's when we were like, we need one of them. Ours is too loud. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's your buddy, the 14th Prime. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? And if you haven't already, go to the poll to name a better name for Nexus Maximus. And don't forget, time is running out. Shout out to Shay Jones for supporting the whole poll about it. And yeah, everybody, we're going to put up a vote like at the end of the week, just saying like the best names that were picked out of the ones that were on there. And we will go from there. And like I said, whoever wins will win a gift. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime. Let me know if you plan on seeing the movie. If not, disclaimer number 2, if you don't plan on seeing the movie, you know that somebody's going to be in the audience bootlegging the movie. Somebody's going to bootleg that post-credit scene. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to hit 1 million views that night. And then Hasbro's going to take it down. Speaking of 1 million views, real quick, Professor Prime classes. I've got everything all nailed in. I've got everything taken care of. They will be starting soon. Shout out to my niece. She has not taken it. I've just told her a couple things. And sure enough, my niece, shout out to Brookie on a Cookie. She's a little girl. So gentlemen, don't go. No, it's a child's channel. Send your daughters over there. She's hilarious. That's my niece. She is at 1 million views already in her first year of YouTube. So yeah, she's got something special. Apparently it's something in our blood. I love y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Check her out. Check everybody out. I'll see y'all later.